What's good? Welcome to Shakin Shit Up. I am your host, Sharon R.E. Williams, and I want to say thank you for coming to Shakin Shit Up. We about to get it twisted. I know. We should be watching the news and figuring out when they're going to announce a president, but you know what? Sometimes you got to turn things off and just have some joy in your life. And that's what we're here to do today. We are here to bring you joy, have great music, great conversation. And the fellas today, whoo-wee, yo, it's going to be fire. You will not you will be so grateful. You'll be thanking us by the end for allowing you to spend time with us. That's how dope it's gonna be. No, real talk. But Shakin Shit Up came about with me wanting to showcase some artists as well as have conversation. It's that conversation that you didn't know that you wanted to have after you see that show. You know how like when you go to the movies with your friends and then afterwards you go to dinner and it's like and you want to have that instant connection. That's what Shaking Shit Up is about. It's about the instant connection and having conversations. So for you, the audience, you can jump into the conversation as soon as you want to via the chat, depending on what platform you on, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Just join the chat and the conversation to come through, and we'll just keep it popping that way. So thank you. I want to thank my guy Michael B. Main that's in the back putting things down. He'll be making appearances here and there because you know what? Tonight is about music. And if you didn't know, Michael used to be a DJ back in the day, and he loves music, no doubt. But also, before we get started good, I want to promote myself a little bit. I on November 8th, this Sunday, I will be participating in a show called Triumph through the with the LA Women's Theater Festival out of LA. And I will be doing a 30-minute excerpt from my show, Dare to Claim the Sky. So please go to lawtf.org to get some tickets and come and check us out on Sunday. And but did I tell y'all what? My birthday is Saturday. What's up? So this is my birthday kickoff right here, and we gonna get it live. So without further ado, I don't want to talk y'all heads off. I'm gonna bring in these gentlemen and let them light your life on fire. That's how good it's gonna be. So this first guest that I'm bringing to the table, when I ask my guests the three things they like people to know about them, Glendal said, I am proud of my Samoan heritage. I was born and raised in Hawaii, and I was about 11 and then moved to White Center where I grew up. For those who don't know, White Center is here in Seattle, in the west side of Seattle. Although music is my passion, I'm equally as passionate about education reform, promoting higher education in low-income communities, and supporting underrepresented youth the best I can in my community. I work as an admissions counselor at the University of Washington during the day. I'm a part of a music collective called OTOW Gang. OTOW, he's going to tell us how to say it when he gets on here. Is made up of a diverse set of musical talents and cultural backgrounds who work to make music for our communities and loved ones. Welcome to the platform, Glendal TauTua.
Yo. What's up?
Yo. You in the
I'm in a goofy mood. All that fun that we had right before we hopped on.
No doubt. Yo, Glendal, tell me about this group you a part of, man.
Yeah, so the group that I'm a part of, first off, what's up, everyone? Glendal TauTua. It's called OTOW Gang. And so basically, what OTOW is, it's a collective of different musicians from the Seattle area and greater Seattle area. There's some artists who have been around for a long time, like Kings. He's a hip-hop artist from the South End. Mike Flaunt, myself, now a part of it. And basically, it's also a very diverse group. We have rock and roll artists, we got hip-hop artists, R&B artists, and we just basically create together and kind of push our music out as a collective. So everything we kind of do, we move in a unit as a group. And so it's OTOW Gang, and it stands for Operation Take Over the World. and so that's why it's OTOW.
Whoa, yo, that's huge, man. So have you always been one of those cats that wanted to take over the world?
Man, not really. If anything, I was like, I just wasn't confident enough to want to take over the world. Especially growing up, moving from Hawaii to White Center, kind of the culture shock, right? When you're living on the island, everyone pretty much looks, talks like you. And then I got to Seattle, and I was like, dang, there's so many white people here, right? And so just kind of the shift was kind of different, but yeah, wasn't always one to want to take over the world. That kind of came recently.
And then I mean, I know with your music, you play the drums, you play keys, correct? So how did you get into music? Yeah. How did you get into music?
Yeah, that's a lot. Started, I think my family influenced me a lot. My older brother, his name's Lorenzo. He was kind of big time back in the day, opening up for artists like Passion. And I was just this little 12-year-old kid who would follow him around to his shows and kind of hold his ukulele before he went on stage. And so kind of watching him on his musical journey, I really started keeping notebooks kind of in secret. So I started writing kind of on my own. My family knew that I had some kind of musical talent, but they weren't really focused on my musical talent because, again, I was just kind of doing it in the corner of my room or at night. And so basically, I just started writing as much as I could, and the more that I saw him get up on stage, the more that I was like, man, I think that should be me up on stage, performing. And so just watching my family members, they really influenced me and pushed me to want to do this. And then finally, when I got older, I started showing other people my music. I showed Cham, who kind of runs the OTOW Gang label and collective, some of my music, and he was like, "Bro, you're dope." And I think that's what I really needed, right? I just needed someone to tell me that I was filthy, because without that kind of validation, you're kind of just creating music, hoping that you're good, right? So hearing that from other people kind of made me really get into the music game.
That's what's up. I appreciate that. That's what's up. Yo, we got to give a shout out to Ruby. Ruby said,
"What up?" I see her.
What up? And I'm giving a shout out to Ruby because Ruby introduced me to Glendal. Ruby sent a message out and said, Sharon, check this cat out. I read the article and I was like, listen to some music. And I was like, yo, shaking shit up. No doubt. So appreciate you, Ruby, always. But thank you, Glendal, for being here. And let me bring in this next cat. This next cat, man, I don't know what to say about him. I like him. He dope. I appreciate him. He got a good heart. He be trying to do great things, man, and still pushing through the systems, trying to make things work. But I asked him the same question, right? Like 3 things you want people to know about you. He said 100% self-taught. Booyaka shara. You're the only gatekeeper to your wildest dreams. So if you work hard for your plans, then God reveals paths. Little Martin couldn't imagine me. What? How many of us can say that, right? Love guides everything. Learn, grow, be open to try and work on weaknesses. Soft is hard. I need Martín to come to the table and explain to me soft is hard.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
What's up, Martín? What's soft is hard, yo?
Man, so that is kind of a little mantra I've been going by. Shout out to Kamaria for the Stay Soft idea. But basically, yeah, it's just something that I've had to really learn. Like a lot of my story is like essentially unlearning things. So, that for me is a big thing that's like helped me become who I am today, is just like unlearning, that I gotta be some kind of, like thug or, just, I don't know, just a lot of the things that I'm really bad at talking, damn. Soft is hard, man. I'm gonna just leave it there. Soft is hard. You get it.
Okay, that's it. It speaks for itself. No doubt. But Martín, man, I mean, you had to work yourself into really being confident about your music and really pushing it through. I noticed because I was talking to you. He was like, I ain't touched it in a long time. This was years ago. He was like, I ain't touched it in a long time. And then I was like, and then we kept checking in, and he was like, and then all of a sudden it was like, yo, your whole energy shifted towards your art and it became priority for you. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, thank you, Sharon. Those were big conversations. I feel what you're saying, Glendale, too. Like it does just take, so for me, a lot of people kind of having to nudge me and be like, no, you should really do this. This is what you love to do. So yeah, but it's definitely feels like that's why I can say that, that little Martín wouldn't even imagine this, because shit, I couldn't even imagine this later, yeah, this is what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. So I'm happy,
And how did you get into music though?
Yeah, it was just kind of always compartmentalized. Like I was kind of always doing it in my room, or at least listening to music, making little mixtapes for people, putting together my favorite songs, LimeWire, BearShare, all that kind of shit, and writing poetry, writing songs, like always humming things, and I just didn't really know about this world at all, And to be honest, thinking about this leading up to this interview kind of thing, I was in college, actually. I got a scholarship to UW, and I was kind of like my roommate had a friend who would stay on our couch a lot, and she was dating somebody who was in the music scene. Shout out to Robbie Wood, shout out to Knock on Wood Studios, and Nocturnal Rage. It's like if you don't know, it was kind of a 90s like rock rap group, and it was really dope. I had no idea about it, but I just found myself in the studio with these guys and like really dug the whole thing. And, artists were coming through, people were in suits in the other room. I just love the whole energy and the collaboration of it. And, from being in school, it was just like, this is the energy I want to be a part of. I'm always throwing parties, DJing my own little things, like putting events together, which, like I said, always just involved in records and music and stuff. So that was crazy. And then like a year later or something, I had a birthday party, and Devin the Dude actually came and he performed for my birthday party. And so that's kind of like my world kind of developed naturally through these relationships and being in these rooms. And, if you've ever been in a studio, you catch a vibe, like it's crazy. And it changed my life. So eventually worked my way through and figured out how to do everything. You know what I mean? So,
that's what's up. Yeah. Yo, you know what I like right now is that Moni Tep said we love to see it. Moni was on the last show. Hey, Moni, much love. And we'll talk about the Moni Martín partnership as far as collaborating in a few. But nice to see that Moni is tuning in. What's good? Right now, I typically don't do this at the beginning of the show. I usually bring this person on at the end of the show. But you know what? He already snapping. He already feeling it. He used to be a DJ himself. He is the man behind the scenes that's making us look good today and every day. I want to bring in my partner in crime, Mr. Michael B. Main.
Yo.
Thanks for bringing me in.
What's that?
I said thanks for bringing me in. Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Because tell people how you used to be a DJ.
Yeah, I didn't know.
DJ. Oh yeah. I tend not to talk too much because stuff like this happens. No, I DJed for 6 years. That's one of the ways I paid for college. I was fortunate enough to have a scholarship, but it didn't cover everything. So I was at a couple of parties and got to a point where I was like, wow, why we keep on flipping these tapes over and changing CDs? Like, how about we just make a mixtape? And so I started making mixtapes and mixed CDs and everything. And then eventually I've always loved music. Like I can't even now. I can't do anything without music playing. So eventually, I was like, you know what? Let me do this thing for real. I've always wanted to do it. So I picked up a couple turntables, some Technics 1210 M5Gs, a bunch of records, and just started doing it. And then 2-3 years later, I was loving it, making beats and making making mixtapes. Started streaming a radio show from my dorm room and everything. And after I graduated from college, I DJed for another couple years and just loved it. Like, I love music. Sharon is not lying when she talks about how much I love music. But I realized that I got to a point where I knew that for me to do it, I was either gonna have to be all in or not all in. And I chose that. I was like, you know what? I think I enjoy listening to music more than I enjoy making it. And so I took a back seat, to actual DJing and stuff. But I still collect music, try to support local artists and everything. And I'm all about it. So I'm excited about this show. I'm excited especially about hearing from y'all. Like Sharon, when she called me about a month ago now, she was like, yo, you know who we got on the show? I got Martín. I was like, Martín? Wait, Martín? What? That's what's up? And then Glendal, I've been looking forward to meeting you because I just heard so much positive stuff about not just your music, but your spirit and how you bring yourself into the world and everything. And so just listening to your introduction and even before the show, just getting a feel for who you are as a person, it's been really dope. So I appreciate you being here. I'm excited. I'm not going to take up all the space. I'm going to go back where I feel comfortable, back in the abyss. Holla at your boy.
Thank you, Micah. Well, let's get some shout outs to some people that's in the room. We got Nate Jack saying happy pre-rotation blessing. That's what's up. Thank you, Nate, for tuning in. We got Daniel talking about N8 Dog. That's what's up. I know Glendale know what that means. What's up? Yeah.
Nate Dog.
Yeah. Daniel, Nate Jack says squad. Daniel Lent says Sausalito. Martín, you got to tell people what Sausalito is, man.
What's that mean? You got
the that's man. I mean, that's you get a little saucy. It's kind of like my little alter ego, if you will. You know what I mean?
Sausalito.
That's what's up. Sausalito. And guess who else is in the building? Audra Boo. She said Martín. So yo, Moni and Audra Boo, who we had on our last show, is tuning in. Yo, that just warms my heart. Ooh, yo, Michael, we got that track. That
which track?
That
nope. I'll get it queued up for you.
Micah. No doubt. Audra Boo said the album is filthy. That's what's up. No doubt. Yo, and then Audra Boo, Ruby, all of us come together. Glendale, that's Ruby's family. Love. Yo, where my family at? Yo, where my people? I don't know.
Why Ruby know everybody?
There go Bobito. He in the back. He visiting from North Carolina. Little brother Bobby's in the building.
It's cool.
No doubt. So yo, let's come on, theme song. I know, right? Audra Boo? Michael's getting it ready. He getting it ready. I don't know when he gonna have it ready, but he getting it ready. I just saw his arm move to the side. I mean, it's coming. He listening to it himself right now.
You know I am. I'm being all selfish over here.
What happened to Martín?
Martín, Sausalito.
Hey.
Sausalito is back.
All right, we might have to run it back one more time so Martín can hear this.
That's what's up. Yo, this is a Shakin Shit Up theme song done by
Good Step.
Okay, go.
I didn't hear the words though. I didn't hear the ooh wee part.
I didn't either. All right, well.
Okay, we'll get it, no doubt.
That's
But
hard. That's hard. I like that.
it's still
Yeah.
giving time. All right, let's see. Ruby said Ruby is Seattle. That's what Audrey said. Hey uncle, my cousin Kim is in the building. Thank you, cousin. I was about to start feeling lonely. My girl Shanini is in the building. DSU, that's that Delaware State HBCU love right there. Soror, Delta Sigma Theta. Love you, Queen. And Ruby said, I just know the cool peeps that make it happen. Keep up the awesome creative work. Hi, hey.
I know how she said it too. She said, "Hey."
Hey. No doubt. Well, let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. Without further ado, let's kick it off with Glendal. Yo, what you got for us? What you gonna open it up for us with?
Oh man, I think the opener, probably the first song on the album. So I just released the album called Bonnie and Greenwood back on September 21st. And it was really just a culmination of music that I kind of recorded over the last 2 years, kind of talking about my experience being a Pacific Islander young teen growing up in White Center, from an island, kind of growing up, removed from an island, but having this kind of urban experience, and trying to navigate the education system, right? The criminal justice system, being introduced to all these different things that I've never experienced before, like gangs, gun violence. And so it's really just a real raw take on a lot of the things that I experienced growing up in the neighborhood I grew up in. And so Whoa was the first song on the album. If we could play that.
Whoa. Here we go.
I was trying to get my things unpacked in the neighborhood that made me mad. It's not my fault I had a crazy day, and a good heart my mama gave me that. Feeling like a Monday on a Saturday, so jobs to get my mama paid. Feel like stealing is the only way, cause I'm hungry and I'm bumpy every Sunday. Send us to the church to pray, so we be rolling, moving, cruising, hallelujah. Who would do this? Rules is useless, you influence, foolish students. Say you're a disciple, but you're moving like you do this. Like whoa, like whoa, like whoa, like whoa, like whoa. I'm really trying to free my mind when my past seems to haunt me. I'm really trying to free my mind when my past seems to haunt me. Cause I can not for free when I see the shot to kill my brother banging, now my brother's gone. People say I need to carry on. You're not the one who had to bury him. And learn a bullet wound can turn you blue until you don't know what to do. And like whoa, like whoa, like whoa, like whoa. I get everything I ask for. Had to pass so I could fast forward. All these kids wanna act hard, cause they believe in what they see, and they see that we're in need, so dream of visas and a passport. I don't even wanna ask, Lord, but life is moving like a NASCAR. So please, at the keys as we seize every moment that we see. Let the past and present meet so we can reconcile. We can rolling, moving, cruising, hallelujah. Who would do this? Rules is useless, you influence, foolish students. Say you're a disciple, but you're moving like you do this. Like whoa, like whoa, like whoa. I'm really trying to free my mind, but my past seems to haunt me. I'm really trying to free my mind, but my past seems to haunt me. I'm really trying to free my mind, but my past seems to haunt me. I'm really trying to free my mind, but my past seems to haunt me.
Ooh.
Fire, bro.
Yo, Shanice said rolling, rolling, cruising, cruising. Yes. Hey. Audra Boo said, okay, then. Moni said, oh, I like this hook.
Yeah,
You change it to hook instead of book. But it's all good. Yo, Martín, what you feeling on that flavor?
That's hard. I love that, bro. Definitely feel what you're saying. Yeah, that's crazy. We can all say we've all felt that, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to get on, trying to move on, you know.
Yeah, thank you. And so, I mean, writing that song was probably, I used to work at Taiyi High School, and so I would deal with all these kids, and I ran the in-school suspension program. Yeah. And so what I was really thinking about when I wrote that song was myself, but also kind of combining it with the experience of a lot of the students I worked with, because what I kind of saw was, man, a lot of these students are experiencing the same thing I experienced 10 plus years ago. And it's that vicious cycle we talk about, right? And so that's really in there. And then also just kind of alluding to, one of my brothers passed away due to gun violence. And so that really is who this whole album is dedicated to. Just a couple people I lost along the way. And so just trying to get over and cope with death, right? That's not fair, and a life that ends too early. And so that's kind of where the inspiration for writing this song kind of came from.
Thank you for sharing that, because the best thing about being about an artist is that you get to have that outlet to have that conversation, and some people need to hear it in the music to know that they're not alone. And so I really do appreciate you for the messaging and really reliving it over and over again, just so that people know that they're not by themselves. Moni said, yo, she loves the whole song. Yes, sister said, that's my brother.
Hi, honey girl.
Daniel is putting up fire. Boo, boo, boo. Nate Jack said, song wave. Yo, that song is dope. Kimberly said, love it, hitting on so many things. Jack said, vibes. Moni wants to know who mixed it for you.
That was actually Cham, the person I talked about earlier, who is kind of the leader of OTOW. He kind of is the one who came up with OTOW and really pushes us forward. So he was the one that I showed my music to first. And in my opinion, he's one of the best in Seattle. He's like my best kept secret. People don't really know about him too much, but his mixing and mastering is unmatched as far as I can tell through my ears. Well, I got lucky. He made me sound good. Shoot, I could miss a note here and there, and he's just like, "I got you, bro."
Yeah. Man. Ain't nothing like finding that partner that can do that work for you. Kim said. Kimberly said, "Sorry to hear about your brother."
Thank you, Kimberly.
Much love. And then Shanice said, "Facts. Everyone don't have outlets." And so I really appreciate you. I just want to let y'all know that we worldwide right now. We got people from Jersey, North Carolina, Seattle, all over the call, yo. So we doing the daggone thing. Much love. Thank you, Glendal, for that for shaking shit up, yo, for shaking the shit up in the world and saying, yo, bringing attention to these issues. We need people like you, and we appreciate that. Yo, what you got for us, Mr. Martín?
Sacelito.
Yeah. Why don't we play Courtney Love?
Courtney Love. You want to set us up with it, or you want to wait afterwards?
This is a song that I wrote a while ago now. It's for an artist named Malice and Mario Sweet. Beautiful people and beautiful artists.
Yeah, you can't buy happiness. I mean, that made me happy for a little while. But once you fall in love, it's different. So now that I've found that, the world seems a lot better. 'Cause I can't give enough of you. It doesn't
doesn't matter what I do. 'Cause I just wanna be with you. I try and I try and I try, but I can't get enough of you. Try to get you out of my head. Turn up the radio instead. But the same old song just won't end. Just when I thought we were done, you're at the tip of my tongue. 'Cause I can't get enough of you. It doesn't matter what I do. 'Cause I just wanna be with you. I try and I try and I try, but I can't get enough of you. Can't get enough of you. You never fade away, I just can't walk away. You just keep playing me, soft as a melody. This must be love, this must be love. You never fade away, I just can't walk away. You just keep playing me, soft as a melody. This must be love, that caught me love. It doesn't matter what I do. 'Cause I just wanna be with you. I try and I try and I try, but I can't get enough of you. Can't get enough of you.
It was saucy, saucilito.
What you think, Glendale?
Yeah, that was hard. I mean, right from the top, I see Michael said it in the chat too. I had that sting face on too. I was like,
wait, can they see us when the shit's on?
what was that?
They can't. Right? They can't see us when it's on, right?
Oh, they saw you. They saw you.
Oh,
Yeah.
They saw my
you
sting
get
face.
all in and come back. Yeah, they saw you. They saw you. Yeah, we had you up. Whatever you see on the screen in front of you is what they see. That's what they see.
okay.
Yeah, that was saucy for real. Well, what you think, Glendale? Though, I mean, that vibe.
Yeah, like those like 90s type synth chords in the back, super dope. But also the mix of your vocals and whoever the woman vocalist was with the oohs and ahs, or you guys blended perfectly. And it's crazy because people don't realize how much something as simple as a ooh ah can change the outcome of a whole song, right? And so I just feel like the way that you, whoever the other voice was, the way that y'all two complimented each other was amazing. Yeah.
Thank you, man. So that's actually that's husband and wife couple, Malice and Mario Sweet, Crystal and Mario, and they're incredible. They were in the physics, if you remember, yeah. And the background singer is Isabella DeGraff. So just all-star, amazing team. I think Tyler Dobbs did the bass line, and I think D-Sane mixed that one. Yeah.
Wow, no doubt. Adrabu said Malice and Mario be on all the late night playlists I make.
Oh, yeah.
And Moni said, "Okay, Archive 10." Archive 10. You pulling out stuff, huh?
I kind of had a little, I wanted to show a little something, but that was one of the songs that really, like, the lyrics, I tried to write them like it could have been anything, like whatever you're in love with in life, it's always something that kind of eludes you. And then definitely want to shout out my fiance Misky, because that was definitely written at a perfect time for us. So you know, and Mouse and Mario being, you know, who they are, is like they have a real love, you know. So that's you know, kind of something that's important to me, you know, when I'm writing.
Yes, we love Misty. Hey, Misty.
Yeah.
Camera real quick and say what's up. Hey. No doubt. And Michael, you said you had the stank face in the back. What's that about? You don't,
I guess I can unmute myself. Yeah. Yeah, I made yeah, that song is the first. Okay, hold on. Here we go. When this mess came in, I was like,
but once you
I was like, ooh, this is nice. Both of these tracks reminded me of, like, I grew up in Dallas, and I remember going through a lot of things in my early teens and late teens and everything. And I used to get in the car back when gas was 89 cents a gallon, and just go for a drive and cool off. And these are the exact kind of tracks I would play, whether I was feeling up, whether I was feeling down. And I can relate to especially for the things you were playing, or things you were saying vocal or lyrically, Glendale. Like, I can definitely relate to a lot of that. And I really appreciate you talking about keeping it real, and not just what looks real, but keeping it real in yourself and everything. And that's one of the themes that came up last episode all the time with with Moni and Audrey. Like, yeah, I just think we got some dope guests on the show right now. But the music was super cool. It reminded me of listening to like Jodeci and Escape and SWV and all those folks. It just had me just in a zone, just cooling out, chilling, feeling better about whatever was going on in life. And y'all took me there. And even with some of the lyrics being heavy in some of these tracks, it's still easy to listen to and to absorb and kind of give that 2, 3, 4 listens back to back to back. So gives me something to marinate on. I appreciate y'all.
It's for me, it's the storytelling, right? It's the storytelling, and you really listening to the story and taking time to hear the story, and y'all taking time to lay the story out. And it really I love it because it does. So this is my thing, right? So I listen to all kind of music, but mainly like hip hop, gospel, all that stuff, R&B, and country. And I listen to country because country tells a story, but it tells a story to where it makes it easy to hear the hard stuff at times, right? And so, like, country is talking about the same thing hip hop is talking about, but hip hop has it coming at you, right? Like, and then country will say the exact same thing, and you be like, I can listen to this. Wait a minute. It's a whole different feel. So the feel that y'all gave me was, and I showed it on screen, right? I'm like this. Yeah, it's just that head nod type, get it in your body, making me feel like I ain't gonna be sitting down too long in this show. But I really do appreciate for that, yo. That's dopeness. No doubt. So Glendale, what you got up next for us?
Yeah, before I talk about this next song, just to piggyback off what you just said, sharing about, you know, the contrast between and similarities between hip hop and country. And country saying a lot of the same content, but it's more acceptable because the way it's being said. That too is what a lot of our kids are experiencing when they have things to say, and when they verbalize them and they say them to people are like, don't say that, why are you saying that? But then they take it and they put it in a song, and all of a sudden everyone's okay with those same exact words. And so context, right, with music is everything. And so I think that's just a really dope point that you made. Dopeness, as you would say. And so with that being said, the the next song that I would like to show is a song called Mirrors. And I'll talk a little bit about it after, but just the gist of it, being a Pacific Islander male, growing up in Seattle, right? There's so many different stereotypes that are pressed on you. You're scary, you're intimidating, you're only an athlete. And so the concept of all these different hats you have to wear and all these different mirrors. And so that's kind of what this song is about.
Awesome.
I can barely recognize myself. You might think that it's dramatic, but I'm asking y'all for help. When I wear a suit and tie, give a smile when I reply. I feel like another person while accommodating well. In a white swirl, white walls and white worlds, adding color to a canvas that denies what God impearled. Hide my culture in a bun, keep my skin up out the sun, because melanin and hair are often filled when it's unfurled. So I speak in ways unnatural to the day when these streets accept the pieces that these people seem to hate. How can I be me when I'm trying constantly to fit a standard that my people never wanted to create? I don't know, maybe I'm just tripping and I'm lost, and I never had to throw away the things that I have taught. But I find myself changing every bridge I have to cross. Use my soul to pay the toll, but now it's coming at a cost. Of all these mirrors, yeah, these mirrors telling lies. No, 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 I'm tired of all these mirrors, yeah, these mirrors telling lies. No, 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 yeah. Take a peek at my reflection, take a second guessing how to think about a sentence. I was finding my way. I've been speaking to the Reverend, and I think he failed to mention mixing curses with my blessings isn't how to be safe. And I'm tired of being beaten on. Find if I just sing a song. Tired of all these creaks from all these couches I've been sleeping on. I've been creeping, leaving pieces on the pieces of my dreams. Every time I do, I lose a piece of me. Chill out. Who is you? Who is me? Who is us? Who is we? I guess this shit just ain't what it seems. Take some years of bad luck and mix it up in a cup, because I'm taking all the shots to sweeten the tea. This is real talk, no faking. I still walk through the neighborhood with ghetto kids who make me feel strong. Yeah, I took a little searching, but I'm carrying the burdens of a couple boys who told me I'ma make it to the top. So I'm breaking mirrors, strutting, I see clearer. Take your bullshit agenda, don't come anywhere near us. Let my hair swing, sun beating so I can cheer up, keep my attitude the same, not caring if they fear us. I don't know, maybe I'm just tripping and I'm lost, and I never had to throw away the things that I have taught. But I find myself changing every bridge I have to cross. Use my soul to pay the toll, but now it's coming at a cost. I'm tired of all these mirrors, yeah, these mirrors telling lies. No, 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 I'm tired of all these mirrors, yeah, these mirrors telling lies. No, 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 yeah. Take a peek at my reflection, take a second guessing how to think about a sentence. I was finding my way. I've been speaking to the Reverend, and I think he failed to mention mixing curses with my blessings isn't how to be safe. And I'm tired of being beaten on. Find if I just sing the song. Tired of all these creaks from all these couches I've been sleeping on. I've been creeping, leaving pieces of the creases of my dreams. Every time I do, I lose a piece of me. I'm tired of all these mirrors, yeah, these mirrors telling lies to me. No, 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 I'm tired of all these mirrors, yeah, these mirrors telling lies to me. No, 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 yeah.
That's hard.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I love that vibe.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, everybody take that in. Everybody take that in. Whoa. What you saying, Martín? What's running through your head right now?
Every word. I feel you on that. That's hard, and it's just like your ability to tell that story, and then even musically the sequence. That's always the first thing I'm listening to when I'm hearing something. So I was like, I mean, everything's on point, but what you're talking about, I definitely feel that. So shit I would listen to, on the way to like a meeting or something like that, just to, get me pumped up, get me in my right space or whatever,
Sure. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, Michelle said, these mirrors are telling lies. Okay. Yo, I mean, what stood out to me was not only how great the music production is, right? And Kimberly says, Marvin Gaye meets rap and hip hop. oh, oh, yo, you gotta use that. Yo,
They said that
Kim,
to me, son.
oh, Sandra said amazing storytelling. But yo, you man, like yo, I would never look in the mirror the same again. Not at all. But at the same time, you like take a peek at my reflection. Yo, your cadence and how smooth you are, and the play on music, yo, like you start us off and we like, yeah, and then you like, oh, I'm about to gut punch you. Listen to these words that I'm about to say to you, and you to the rhyming. I'm like, I'm on the edge of my seat, like, oh, okay, and then and it's just like your wordplay is fierce. Your wordplay is fierce. Hella fierce. Who is you? Who is me? Really? I'm questioning. Like, yo, like, oh, you said you was gonna say some more after that. What else you got for us? Because you said a lot.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for all the compliments. Like, I mean, I can't stress this enough how humbling it is to hear other people say those type of things about your music. So thank you. But it was just what really got to me is just being graduated from college, already experiencing what it was like to be one of the few people of color on a college campus. And then you get into the workforce and you think it'll be a little better, and it's just a lot worse. And so that's why I'm kind of talking about, right? When I wear a suit and tie, give a smile when I reply, I feel like another person while accommodating well. But also talking about hiding my culture in a bun, right? How my culture in a bun keep my skin about the sun, because melanin and hair are often feared when it's unfurled. And so thinking about all these pieces of yourself that you try to hide because it starts to make you hate yourself a little bit, you know? You wish that people weren't afraid of you, or you wish that all these things weren't true, but they are, to a certain extent, at least to other people. And so this song really, really helped me accept myself and to really just be like in that second verse. And that second verse is really where I was just like, man, fuck everything else. Like, I'm me and this is who I am, and there's nothing y'all can do about it. And so it helped me a lot.
It takes a long time to get there. I mean, for you to be there is great, and for you to put it into a song to help motivate other people to do it. I mean, by day I run an arts organization, Central District Forum for Arts and Ideas. And when I first took the job, I was that, right? I was that spitting image of an executive director. I showed up in my suits. I was uncomfortable a lot, things of that nature. And then it took 7 years later for me to get comfortable in my own skin and was like, I'm just gonna be me. I'm be me. I'm gonna treat people like I like to be treated. I'm not gonna try to pretend like I'm something else. And then now I find myself at tables and like in conversations with mayors and people like that. But I now can rock my Timberlands, my jeans, my t-shirt, my jacket, and be like, what's up? Because it's really about what's here, but it takes a long time to feel confident enough to just enter the space as you are, because they do have all these mirrors up of what you're supposed to be like. And that's what they used to teach us in school and stuff. Yeah. How you feeling, Martín? How'd you come into yourself, Martín? Are you still there?
Nah, I'm still working on that shit. You know, but I feel everything you're saying, bro. Like I was thinking about this today too. Like a lot of my little story is going through the court system and stuff. So you definitely learn like what works and what doesn't in terms of presenting yourself. And then even like, you know, through, you know, having to go to college and go to get these jobs and, you know, having to fit into something, you know? So I feel blessed that I'm even in a position where I can be myself, you know? But it takes that moment, and that song is really dope. Like I'm gonna just say that coming through with that chorus, like you could feel that I'm tired of this shit, you know, and like that's really what it takes, you know. So I feel you, bro.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, bro. Yeah.
Michael, I see your wheels turning in your head. And I know that you put a lot of work into into helping people see themselves through photography and stuff. So what you got on your mind, man?
I got, let's see, what do I have? First of all, I've been thinking, Glendal, how did you develop your delivery?
I kind of just did whatever came naturally and just started going. This was one of the few songs that I've ever written where I wrote it all in like 45 minutes and it all just kind of came out.
Man, that's
I'm
what's
not
up.
too sure.
No, it's cool. You don't have to necessarily have an answer for it or anything, but you know, between the first track and the second track, you have such a wide range of delivery in your storytelling and the lyrics and everything. And I think it was really cool. And Sharon touched on this already, but I loved how like one song you sounded just completely different from the other song. It's not like I'm listening to the same thing over and over. And in the second track, I really appreciated how you went from like rapping to the rapping with the beat, with the melody, with the very musical type of style and everything. And I really appreciate just the style, like beyond the actual lyrics and the storytelling. I was like, it's just really fun to listen to. And Martín, one of the things I've been thinking about really is I was reflecting back on when I think it was probably 2 years ago or something like that. We were on the light rail and just thinking about how deep of a thinker you are and how much you care about everything that you do and the communities that you're part of, and I can feel that coming out in your music and also the way that you're reflecting on what you're hearing and everything. So it's just like the music is one thing, and I'm definitely loving what I'm hearing, but I'm also just loving to see how genuine, and I feel like I say this every episode, but we got some cool guests here, but like how you the attention and care that you put into everything and everyone around you is just beautiful, and I'm enjoying that. So I'll probably have more things to say about the music in a little bit after I hear your next piece, but I'm just that's honestly what I've been reflecting on, just thinking about how lucky and how fortunate I feel to be here listening to some amazing music, and also knowing that the people in front of the screen right now are also amazing humans. So that's all. Thank you, Sharon.
You're welcome.
Thank you, bro. Damn.
Yo, Glendal, I can't get my mouse back on my screen. Kimberly said, "Where were these songs off the same album?"
Yes, they were. We made it so that it flows gradually into when I start really taking off and rapping. So don't worry, it's not real abrupt.
It's a journey, and that's the beauty of that's the beauty of albums, is that you can really take the time and listen to the journey. And when people when singles are great, but you lose that thing if you don't just sit down and listen to the whole album. Right. How are y'all both feeling about like your album, putting albums out? And Martín, you get to work with different artists all the time and helping getting your music out. So how do y'all feel about the singles versus the albums versus the journey and the stories that you're trying to tell?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I think I'm definitely from that era, you know what I mean? Like of wanting to sit down and like really sit with a piece of music, go for a drive, you know, like make a moment out of it. Go sit at the park, you know, rolling up and see what they're, you know, especially for the artists that I'm like really following and like waiting on, you know. So I want to sit with their shit and like listen to every detail and just nerd out on it. So I'm more about that, but then also watching how things are shifting and stuff, and can see like I definitely see the value in like doing shorter works right now, just with how much, you know, there is going on right now. But I feel an album, at least an EP or something, you know.
Cool. How about you, Glendal?
You know, one thing that frustrates me a little bit about albums is I don't think that people realize how much work actually goes into it, because recording it and writing lyrics, like that's only one piece. Like from the jump, we were very strategic about what song goes where, how we end the transitions, how we mix and master it so that every transition is smooth, how we want to tell this story in a way that paints a picture that says this and says that, and oh snap, is anyone even gonna notice? Most of the time, you feel like no one really notices that storyboard, but there are a select few who come out and say, "Hey, Glenda, did you do this on purpose?" And I'm like, "My guy, you listen to the whole album, like you follow the journey." And so I love creating albums and kind of doing that storytelling.
Yeah, I get it. Because y'all don't know this about me, or unless y'all Googled me, but I have 3 poetry plus storytelling albums to music. And the first album that I did, I had no clue of process. I just booked the studio and said, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make it work. And then just figuring out all the parts to it, right? And somebody told me, I think it was my friend Alan told me recently, he was like, put as much work into the behind the scenes work of your album as you put in promoting your album as you put into making the album. And because you sit on those tracks and you listen and you sit with the engineer and you be like, no, but like, can I do that again? Or can you push that in there? And it's a lot of work and nobody really gets like the time and commitment for it. So that's why I still buy albums. That's exactly why I buy albums, because I know about the work. I know the work that goes into it. Every little detail of that album, from the time you decide to put it together, the time you start making the music, and then you like, oh, I think this might be an album, to putting those notes together on this album cover and all that stuff. Yo, it's a beautiful process.
Yeah, it's always
Yo, it's a beautiful, and when that Joker show up in the mail, that CD cover shows up in the mail, you be like,
The best thing in the world.
Yo, it's the best thing in the world, man. That's why I still print CDs, because it's just
come on.
Just so I can have something in my hand. It's beautiful. Thank you for that, Glendale. So, Martín, what's up next?
Let's get into this Just Money joint. Yeah, so this is called 80 Miles Per Hour, and this is off of Just Money's album Sweet to Me.
Cool beans.
We like it.
What are you smoking? Can I supply it? I can't deny it. Got me wide open. Now I'm sliding, pushing about 80, driving the I-5, all in the carpool. No one beside me, no one behind me. This feeling is crazy. Calling you lately. When I call you my baby, but it's all nervous. What is the surface? How are you under? How are you feeling that? How does it feel there? Can you go deeper? Leave me asleep there. Give me a dreamer. Catching and keeping, falling and leaving, and I'm leaving. Too fast, too fast, too fast, What are you smoking? Because I'm rolling, beaming like fire is hotter and hotter, higher and higher. What are you smoking? Can I supply it? I can't deny it. Got me wide open. What are you smoking? Because I'm rolling, beaming like fire is hotter and hotter, higher and higher. What are you smoking? Can I supply it? I can't deny it. Got me wide open.
Yo, first of all, I had to put Misty in because she was getting. Yo, I was like, I shouldn't be the only one seeing this, but yo, Moni said, "Okay, Saucy." Yo, we love Moni. Just Moni. Let's go by the name on the screen. Just Moni. What you feeling, Glendale?
And right off the bat, the first thing that stood out to me, I mean, as someone who performs and like that has done performances in different spaces, what that woman is doing with her voice and those inflections is not an easy thing to do. Every run that she's hitting, I mean, to do that live is complicated and not easy. And I've been on stage where I've had the worst type of experiences. And if I had to do a song like that, I would be sweating bullets because there's no way. So that's the first thing that stood out to me. And then the next thing was just the vibe, right? Cruising music, rolling up, smoke 1, 2. So just overall dope performance.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell Miss that Moni said give her some ones now. Kimberly said that track was fire, and the background dancer were both on point. That's what's up. I love Shakin Shit Up, yo. We doing it our way, no doubt. But yeah, Martín, tell us a little bit about process for you, because like you produce, write, all that stuff. So tell us how your collaborations come together and stuff.
Damn, man, Moni. I mean, thank you first of all, Glendal. That's beautiful acknowledgement, because I think she's amazing, and you know, I love working with people who I believe in, and you know, Moni is someone who, obviously, if you know her, if you've seen her, kind of aware of what she's been doing. Like, she's someone who is really probably the busiest woman in Seattle, like low key. Like, she's just out here doing everything she can, and I think she deserves all the support in the world. And she just has a special gift with being tapped into something deeper than the surface. Like, it's so evident. Like, in that song, like, she came over and wrote it in, like, I'm sure it was like, you know, one of those 45-minute joints, you know. I'm pretty sure that's how that one went down. Like, she's crazy, and what a crazy pen, you know. So and you just believe, like, she takes you to that place where, like, love and intimacy is so visceral, and so, like, you know, you're in the middle of it with her, you know. Like, it just took me to that place, and that's where I was at that time too. So, you know, it's all natural, you know.
Yeah. Hey, did you do the drum pattern too?
Yeah.
On that? Mm-hmm. Now that I'm replaying it over, and it's kind of echoing in my mind. That drum pattern's dope too, because it feels like it's like a tad bit off of like the regular 8 count, but it's like perfectly misplaced. If that makes sense.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah.
We're probably nerding out right now.
I'm with you on that though. I caught that. I caught that. Yeah. That drum pattern was dope, yo. Yeah, and the 8. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm all for that, yo. I'm all I caught that. Yeah, that's hella filthy. It's hella filthy. But it was
You're
I work with musicians. I don't know anything about music. Just Moni said, "Gonna make me cry." You are so incredible, Martín. We love you.
Real shit.
And Kimberly said the vocalist was fire too. But yeah, I mean, just connecting with artists in the way that y'all connect with y'all teams is very impressive. Like, hearing you talk about working with Moni, hearing Glendal talk about working with Cham. That's what I was about to say. And it's just like, you might see the artist in front, but everybody that supports behind is so pivotal to the process. And I like the fact that y'all giving love to them as well, because, you know, that's what the show is about. It's about learning more about process. It's not just one person sitting there doing it by yourself. It takes all these components to come together for it to be right. So appreciate you. And we down to the last 2 tracks, right? Like, we already did 3 apiece.
We do want to get
I'm kicking it. This is cool.
Shakin Shit Up. That's what happens, yo. It feels like it's just love. And so, y'all, for real, for the audience, let me not forget to say, don't forget to support our artists. I'm gonna get them a stipend, and y'all should hit them up too. You can hit Glendal up on Venmo at Glendal TauTua. Did I get it?
Yep, TauTua.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you can also donate to Martín on Cash App at Sausalito. Sausalito. Glendal says the best though. You gotta record Glendal saying your name and put that on your phone.
Yeah, that's my new beat tag, bro.
That's funny.
No diggity. But yeah, Glendal, you up again, man. What you got for us?
All right, let's do it. So the next track is the last track on the album, and I wish that there was some like subliminal hidden messages to all of this, but it's pretty much like a very straightforward track about just fighting yourself. Doubt is what the song is called, and so it's pretty self-explanatory. And so if we could play that.
That's what's up.
I said my life is filled with questions and bad news. Like why I gotta callous up my mind until it's tougher than some bamboo. And why I always hated every classroom. And why I never felt the need to do a task until that shit was past due. I plan to vacation up in Cancun, but I spend all my money on my family and fast food. I have to pass you, seek God, preach love, but on the side I keep my motherfucking hands loose. Cause pop off, cause there's too many agendas. People weaponize you trust until you're forced into surrender. Keep your guard up, cause you don't wanna have dilemmas where the only thing you know is that the V is for vendetta. I'ma take over. Seattle lights a makeover. I've been taking flight while y'all still waiting on your layover. I've been D and I'm ahead of the game, spitting knowledge to the youth while still remaining the same. So many questions on my brain, and I swear these feelings make me hesitate. I have so many questions on my brain, and I swear these feelings make me hesitate. Cause I got that DOUBT, it's complicated, and it don't never go away. I got that DOUBT, it's complicated, and it don't never go away. I said my life is filled with questions and bad news. Like how come every time I go to Costco they be running out of samples? And why my flow stiffer than a statue? And why you say you like my music but then say it's trash when others ask you, is that true? Can you cover it with tattoos and insecure mind? Well here's another, I'ma match you, I'd laugh too. But I'm too busy asking why. Got made poly so big that we be running out of shampoo. I'm filled with confidence but questioning myself, cause every bone is filled with doubt and that's just bad for your health. How the hell you gonna believe in every goal and every dream until your negative arrives upon your mind and you felt like it's game over? I guess I'll let these thoughts just stay over. So much for fantasies about driving in that Range Rover. It'll pass in just a matter of time, but until then I'll never be fine. So many questions on my brain, and I swear these feelings make me hesitate. I have so many questions on my brain, and I swear these feelings make me hesitate. Cause I got that DOUBT, it's complicated, and it don't never go away. I got that DOUBT, it's complicated, and it don't never go away. Whoa. Loyalty, compassion, and patience. Love me good and never leave me complacent. I am tired of living happiness adjacent. The righteous will lead you to the netherworld of a basement. They bear the name, but it's just a veneer. And I will likely ruin this by making it clear. I tend to bust fast. Now that I'm so hot for it, I prostrate on my knees and adore it. Like death to fame, death to all games. You want a lover that'll scream your whole name. All 27 letters of all things was a divine line between pure and obscene, where the only no good and the linger a letdown. Life a wretched every day with your head down, bereft of the bounty of the Most High.
Got you grabbing at any dust that'll get you the most high. Hold my breath, hold my breath. And I swear these feelings make me hesitate. I have so many questions. Hold my breath. And I swear these feelings make me hesitate. Only make me cause I got that D-O-U-B-T. It's complicated. And it don't never go away. I got that D-O-U-B-T. It's complicated. And it don't never go away.
Hell yeah, man. That's a vibe, bro. You play the guitar on that?
No, it was my homie Ryan. He's also an auto gang. We got him to play that. And then Sabzi, you guys familiar with Sabzi?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he produced the beat, and then he was the person that was on the last verse.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask that next. Okay, that was him.
Yep.
And Audrey said, "Hey, I had to hit up Ruby. Like, is that Lex on there?" Ha.
No, it's not Lex. That's funny.
Audrey said, "Yo, it's a vibe for real." So what all did you do on that track? Because like there was a lot of layers to it.
So as far as the instrumentals, it was none of the instruments were me. All the instruments was the homies and Sabzi, as far as producing the beat. And then, but for all the what I was doing was all the harmonies and all the vocals besides Sabzi. So even when Sabzi was singing, I was the harmonies behind Sabzi's vocals and mine. And so all the singing and the lyrics were mine except for Sabzi's part.
Cool. Awesome.
So it was fun. Super fun to do. What was that?
Nah, I was like super dope, yo. Jamaican Princess is giving you hands.
Hey.
Yay. That's what's up. No doubt. Michael B. Man, you got something on that one?
I love this.
Aaron Williams. Yeah, let me see. Let me refer to the notes here because I was like, ooh. I'm glad I looked over and made sure I had muted my mic because when I heard the line that said weaponize your trust, I was like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't interrupt the actual music on on that one. That was hot. There was just a lot of stuff that you say in this track that I'm just like, speak. Running out of samples, filled with confidence, but also insecure, happiness adjacent. Like, there are so many lines in there that I feel could be some just bomb posters, and like inspirational quotes and things. Like there are a lot of young people, especially that a lot of folks that we work with in the community are going through a lot of various forms of trauma and oppression, and we talked about earlier perceptions of other people and how they hold up those mirrors for us and everything. And these are the kinds of things that I wish more people heard, so that they could be able to relate to what you're saying, and also see and feel the hope that you also show. And I think that one of the things that you've been doing consistently from track to track is being able to talk about heavy topics in a way that's accessible for a lot of people, for a lot more people than if it's like super heavy all the way through. So I think that you have this beautiful way of blending these very real topics, keeping it real, and then also making it sound beautiful and making it easy to listen to. So I don't know if that's intentional or not, but that's definitely how it's hitting me right now.
Thank you.
What he said, that's well said. Because like, this is a compliment, but like, this is a really big compliment for it. Like, I didn't hear a word you said. I was just bopping. Like I thought that beat was hard. I thought the flow was hard. Like that was, and I'm a sucker for anybody who gives us that chest voice. So
right. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, that was hard.
It was hard for me because Michael got actual notes. I got one word, and then I'd be like, the sentence, and I'd be like, what did he just say? I got like tattoo, sweating, phony, fast food. I'm like, questions, loyalty. I just
comedy shirts.
I just couldn't. I could like every time you said something, I wanted to write it down, but then you said something else, and I was like, wait, I can't catch it. And so it's definitely one of those songs that I'm gonna be like, just repeat.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, did he? Oh, wait. But that's how both of y'all music is coming across for me. It's those songs that I can play over and over again, and each time get something new out of it. Right? Like it's nothing like hearing a song on repeat. Like I do this. I'm gonna admit it. I put the song on repeat and keep going, and it plays for like it might play for a whole day, 2 days.
Wow, yeah.
You know, I just be like, yo, I can't get enough of it. And both of y'all, man, all the artists that y'all work with and everything, man, y'all gonna be on repeat for a minute, no doubt. Well, y'all already been on repeat, so.
Yeah.
I just want everybody else who hasn't copped the albums or jumped over to Apple Music or Spotify and all that and started looking y'all up. Y'all get it. Look up Glendale, look up Martín, and buy the music, buy the artists that they listen to, no doubt, and check them out on Instagram and stuff, and follow them and show them some love because they doing it. They putting it out there in the streets for us to listen to and appreciate. So much love for that. That's deep. I like it. Jamaican Princess says it was Make My Lover Say My Whole Name for Me. Yeah, you be trying to slip stuff in there.
27.
Yeah, he came in and killed me on my own track with the lyrics. I was like,
name, man.
So many layers to his verse, man. I was just trying to be simple, man. He's dope.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful, yo. It's beautiful. Martín, what you got for us?
I wanted to share this little visualizer for Libation. It's a song that Nate Jack just dropped on the album that just came out in July. So hope you like it.
Cool.
No need for your hate, I keep going. No need for your love, I keep going. Fuck your life shit, I keep going. Fuck your fire shit, I keep going. Fuck your style shit, I keep going. Me. Oh, I. Kush, oh my love for my smiles. I mirror on thought, not without I felt no warmer time than when my one and tries hurt. Somebody got shot last night while I'm staying in my lane. Wishing nigga did the same. Toast to the graves of the kings that couldn't walk away. Worldly treat, no swisher, keep choking. Essence keep me constantly floating. Worldly treat, no swisher, keep choking. Essence keep me constantly floating. Constantly choking. Constantly floating, essence keep choking, constantly floating, essence keep choking, constantly floating. A wave ain't shit to a nigga that's hovering. His spit carbonated, spill it, keep bubbling. Heard a story you wasn't alive to tell. They say that you was the illest in the city where ponds cracked the shell. Petals new beginnings when doves cry. Right here some fresh falling ice from the crow's eye. Jamie kissed the Melly, wetty, let the mud slide. Trap door sneaking on you, creeping on you, seeking for you when the locks high. Hey. No need for your like, I keep going. No need for your hate, I keep going. No need for your love, I keep going. Fuck your right shit, I keep going. Fuck your fine shit, I keep going. Fuck your style, I keep going. Me,
Yo, first you gotta talk to us about Martín, about the visuals.
Oh yeah, we just threw that together. That's not like an official video or anything like that. It's just just honestly for this, because I thought I'd probably be goofy if it was just me listening to my joints. Like I don't know. But you know, Nate set up this whole vibe for that, and there's something to, you know, I was just trying to match with what he had set forth with his album. And yeah, did you guys like it though?
Yeah, that stuff reminded me of kind of like when Miguel first started coming out with music. Just the way that the harmonies were, and then also the dude could rap. Who is this? Because I'm trying to listen to that.
Please, yo, like so slept on. Yo, this is one of the guys. Like, come on, Nate Jack.
Nate Jack, Jack.
Yeah, Nate Jack. Yeah. So this is his debut album, man. I was really honored to be a part of this. Like he's like, you know, best kept secret kind of like he's singing on that, he's rapping on that, he wrote that. Like he got so many different feels for people. Like it's kind of crazy. Like he goes from on this album, he goes from, you know, that vibe, which I don't even know what to call that, to, you know what I'm saying, like super more EDM bass, you know, drum and bass influence music, to like go-go music, to you know, golden age R&B. Like he's just one of those artists, like he can really do everything, and he got a story to tell that he hasn't even cracked into. Like he's crazy.
Yeah. I knew I liked it because anytime I hear a song and I'm like, I wish I came up with this melody. That's all I know.
I know what you
mean. Yeah.
Oh.
Yo, Michael said behind the scenes, Martín, I'm gonna need you to produce the soundtrack to my life.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Arjabu said Martín is the mood dude. For real. While we was listening to it, Moni said, that's my shit. That's my shit. No diggity. Big ups on that. Yo, that's nice.
Thank you so much, man. Yeah, Nate is like I said, I love just working with people who like I believe in and who really are about this music and about making something that means something, you know? So I felt every word he said in that shit. Like that was, you know, that's something that will be a part of my soundtrack forever, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I'm doing the DM, Martín.
Hell yeah, bro. I want to. Let's go.
Yup.
Yeah. Look at the beauty of shaking shit up. I'm shaking everybody world up. People coming together, doing shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all better give me my credit on the album.
Yo,
shaking shit up, yo. That thing, yo. Is that 4 and 4, Michael? Are we done?
That was 3 and 3.
Oh, we got one more. Yeah. Yeah, because I wasn't ready for it to be over yet. Anyway, so we gonna hit Glendal with this next track. What you got for us, Glendal?
Luckily, I saved the shortest one for the last one. This one is just it's the second song on the album, so just my opportunity to talk about family, life. I'm a Pacific Islander, I'm Samoan, and so one of the biggest things in my life is family, and so it's kind of just about growing up in poverty, but also being content because you have everything you need all around it. So the song's called All I Need.
Hell yeah, man.
Cause I don't need money, I don't need fame, I just need something, that'll get me through this day. All I need is my family. Maybe a couple shots of Hennessy, cause I would rather be casually sampling drinks with people who matter than people who don't even matter to me. So why don't you shimmy my way, give me my play. Cause I've been working hard, searching for all the things that really matter, and you're standing in my way. So just listen to me. What if you finally bought the house on the lake, but you had no one around? Would you be able to say that the work you put in made it worth the wait? If you gain the world and lose your soul, would you be okay? That's why I'm back on tracks and speaking facts. No need to act, my things is packed, and it's filled with things that I can deal with. Nothing make me feel threats, cause I know the person I'm becoming, and it's real shit. My boy Pops told me be who I want. Ever since I did that, they've been singing along like, hey, yo, G, drop the heat that I want. Cause I'm finally hearing sounds that match the beat of my drum. So I'ma know just what to do, never get confused. Cause there's no way that I'm gonna play with the energy that's messing with the things I need. Cause I don't need money, I don't need fame, I just need something, nah, that'll get me through these days. I don't need money, I don't need fame, I just need something, that'll get me through this day. All I need, I keep saying all I need, then I make a list of things that is bigger than me. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm constantly pouting by poverty while fronting like I'm cool and never pausing to see that I got everything I want. Food on the table, a couple moms will call me son. I guess when it's all said and done, I'm a son of a gun who's lucky to have realized that he's already won. Cause all I need is you, all you need is me. All I need is late night talks, 4 a.m. store runs. All I really need is love and company. All you need is me, all I need is you. All I need is everyone to see that I want to plant a seed till I focus on myself and I can honestly believe. I don't need money, I don't need fame, I just need something, that'll get me through these days. I don't need money, I don't need fame, I just need something, that'll get me through this day. All I need. I don't need anything but you. I don't need anything but you.
Hard.
Thank you, bro. Yeah.
That's so hard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That end part wasn't me, by the way. Disclaimer. Everyone's like, "Is that you?" Yeah. I'm like, "Nah, I cannot." Shoot, sing that. That's my homie Lake Stovall. He's another artist who kind of just recently moved out here, but super talented vocalist and just crazy talented. So
Hard.
hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Safelito.
Yo, man, no, like that sentiment right there is like that's it. That's what we all need right now. That's what I need, like, to remember that shit, you know?
That's real. Yo, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Ruby said, "We love you, Glenn."
Love you, Rubes.
And Arjabu said, "You better sing." Yo, it's you and Lake. Yo, like, that's an important message, and I love to hear it because in hip hop specifically, it's always this thing of you got to be famous and you got to drive this kind of car, you got to have these kind of shoes, you got to have this kind of jewelry, you got to spend this kind of money, you got to have paper. And what you saying is, yo, as long as I got some food on my table, I got my family's love, everything is cool, I'm good. I don't need all that extra. And people don't realize that, like sometimes you want something so bad that you think you want something so bad because you realize that you didn't need that because you've been happy. And one of the hardest things to do is just figure out, like, when you in that space of being happy and what that feels like and what made you truly feel happy in that moment. It wasn't like, for me, it wasn't, okay, no, I can't lie. It was the Timberlands that came with my initials on it that I did. But what makes me even more happy is the conversation with my grandmother and her talking shit to me, right? that's what make me be like, yo, today was a great day. Or my nieces and nephews and things of that nature. Like my niece called me today and didn't even want to talk to me. Just was like, hand me to her mama. Why you call me though? But she made me, when I saw her name come on the phone, it was like, yo, what's up? And so it's just like really figuring out for yourself as individuals what truly makes you happy. Not saying that you can't buy nice things, do you? But what really makes you happy? And sometimes it's the most simplest things of being at home with your family chilling.
All right, the idea, and that's exactly right. Because I mean, the idea of this song came because a combination of two things. I was with my family, just feeling really great, and I was inspired to write. And then on that same day, I heard this quote, and that quote was, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And so when I heard that, and I just like really was reflecting on how I felt about, you know, today we're constantly comparing ourselves to everything that's going on in the world because of these dang things, right? And so hearing that, right, comparison is a thief of joy, and then being around my family really just pushed me to write something that was like, I don't really need anything else.
Wow.
There's Big Island vibes too, man. I gotta say, man.
Yeah. Finally, one of the cuts, yeah.
Yo, that's what's up. I appreciate that. Michael's writing notes, so we'll get him after we hear from. I'll just call everyone. We'll hear Martin's last piece, and but don't y'all start going anywhere. We got more information for you. So hang tight. Let's hear Martin. What you got for us?
Man, this is kind of like a little unfinished beat, but I still wanted to share it because it kind of goes into what the next sound is going to be, you know? So, yeah.
And Martin, is this right? Untitled?
Yeah.
Is that the right? All right.
That's it.
Wow. Wow.
It's that J Book vibe, dude.
Yo. Thank you, man.
It might be my favorite one because it's that island feel.
You know, yeah, man. I'm trying to incorporate the roots a little bit more, you know. So I'm trying to take it. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, that was beautiful. It was like, and I'm watching the video, and I'm like, okay, this car is cool. And then I see you pop up. I'm like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And then it was the perfect setup. It shows how simplicity can be so perfect with the right thing, right? Like you don't. Oh my goodness, artists, yo, people.
Thank you for
the music speak for itself. Don't muddy it up with a whole bunch of stuff. Like it's just
that tree. I was just like, man, this is crazy. Like palm tree in Seattle, like right there in the middle of the bullshit. Like that was crazy to me. I just had to acknowledge it, kind of.
Yeah, it's like it's a surface, man. It's like the simplest surface of just putting something out there. Kimberly said, that beat is going to be stuck in my head. A good thing. No doubt. But
yeah. So the new album I'm working on right now is Just Moni's like upcoming album is coming out in December, we think. So a little bit like I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to incorporate more of, you know, the sounds that like I'm feeling, you know, and that I want to roll around to. I want to, you know, I want to share with people, and I want to dance. I want to fuck. I want to, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to just put that out there, and like that. So there's gonna be more Afro beats and more like Caribbean feels in the new music too. So yeah.
I like that. Yo, Glenda, when you hear a beat like that, what happens for you?
Man, just automatically, and it's just a habit. My mind starts doing these like island runs that like J Bug and Fiji. Do you know what Fiji is, Martín?
No, man, I don't.
Oh man, I gotta put you on game. But
Please,
basically Polynesian, these Polynesian artists who just have this kind of certain swang to them because it's kind of pidgin, but it's also like mixed with this Jamaican type of accent that they do. And so as soon as I hear a beat like that in my head, I'm like singing these riffs.
Okay, no, that's what I need. Yes. Like,
so it's dope. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know, I'm just like, I listen to all sorts of different shit and always have, and like my whole background is just like being from multiple different cultures at the same time, right? Like, you talked about it, Linda, like being in an urban experience from an island, like, you know, I feel you, you know, and then just all the different, like my background is being a foster kid. So like that kind of like movement around in different cultures and stuff like that. So it's, I want to pay homage to all these, you know, all these movements and why we're moving, you
know?
Yeah. That's what's up. I like that.
Thank you.
No doubt. Yeah.
Oh, my guy Daniel, he got a good question. He's in Hawaii right now.
Yo, Daniel wants to know, Glenn, what island of Hawaii are you from?
Oahu, baby, the best island.
There must be something in the air, because I was on a call earlier and somebody had just got back from Hawaii for vacation, and I was like, okay, I got Glendale, there's a sign out there somewhere.
That's
Sharon's
funny.
going to Hawaii soon. But you know, I would be wrong if I didn't bring Michael in on these last two tracks and just tell us his deep thoughts.
every time.
I love this shit.
Let's see here. Get my notes ready. I think both of these tracks exemplify to me why albums are important. And like I remember when singles first became like super popular in ringtones, people buying ringtones for the phones and things like that. And I used to hate on singles so hard. Now that I'm a little bit, you know, more chilled out, a little bit more relaxed and everything, I see the value in the single, because I don't think that every project necessarily needs to be a full length project, you know, like a full length album to say what you need to say. Sometimes it's just like, I need to get these 5 minutes out or whatever it is, just like short poems, haikus and things like that. So I think there's a place for it. But I am also of the school of thought that I just love albums. I like hearing how somebody wants to tell a complete story, how they transition from track to track, what happens, who they collaborate with, why they collaborate with them, how the lyrics and vocals and everything shift over time, especially when albums take time to make. You know, sometimes I'll be like, oh, this track number 5 was the first one that they actually wrote, but track number 12 is the one that hit the radio. And like, how did they choose which tracks to arrange and how? And I think for me, like the way that you ended, both of you, the way that you ended with these tracks, I think were perfect, because to me, they show future, they show exploration, experimentation, growth, a look towards positivity. Like there's all these things that when we come to a close of a program, I'm like, yo, did y'all do this on purpose? Of course you did this on purpose. So like you arranged your tracks in real time on a show. And I think that's why I think albums are so important. I appreciate you sharing all 4 pieces with us. Let's see if I wrote anything down that I don't want to forget. Let's see. No, that's pretty much it. Grounded, growth, humility, and I feel honored to be able to share this space with y'all. So thank you.
See, we bring joy, and y'all bring joy. And so, Martín, if you what do you want people to know, take away from you, your music? How do you want them to reach out to you, things of that nature? But first and foremost, like, what do you want people just to know about you as an artist and a person and a human?
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Sharon, for even bringing me out here for this. This is a little different for me. I'm usually behind the scenes a little bit. So, yeah, this is amazing. I feel like I do have a story to tell and kind of a mission out here, but it's to empower artists and Black and brown folks to be themselves and operate out here as free people. And it's something that I'm still working on, and that the music always helped me with. So, that if being a foster kid, being from the places that I'm from, music was always a place for me to, learn life lessons that no one else was teaching me. You know what I'm saying? So it's really fucking important, and I'm honored to be able to put down a vibe for people that they can, let the truth come, let the story come, and share real stories. So yeah, check me out. Check out all the artists I work with. If you're an artist out here, I want to work with you if you're really about it. So yeah.
And they hit you up at the fake Martin.
Yeah, the fake Martín on Instagram and Facebook. So,
no doubt.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Glendal, man, as an artist and as a human, man, what do you want people to know?
Man, that's a loaded question. I guess for me personally, just I hope to display in some of the music that I do the importance of someone's story. Just because over the last couple of years doing music and meeting different people, I've heard so many different stories that have inspired me, and I really do believe in the power of a story and in the power of words, right? The whole sticks and stones, but words may never hurt. May never hurt me. I've seen words, right, start a revolution. I've seen words move people to do things that they never thought that they would ever dream of doing, right? And so when it comes to music and words and stories, I just want people to know how powerful your story is, and each individual story, and what that can do to influence the world around it. Because my story has been able to take me to so many different places, kind of like what Martín was saying about, coming from the places he came from. I feel this exact same way. Music is just our outlet, but there are so many different ways to tell your story. Just find that way and use it and run with it.
And how do they connect with you?
Glendal TauTua on Instagram, so it's just my first and last name, and then Glendal TauTua on Facebook, or just G, which is JUSTGEE. So yeah, that's my Facebook and Insta.
No diggity. And where they cop the album?
Oh, and then the album. Thank you, man. Sure, you giving me the plug. Thank you. You can buy my album on all the streaming platforms. So iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, pretty much any streaming platform. You can probably search me up and find it. So stream it, buy it, whatever you feel comfortable with. Yeah, thank you.
Cool beans. And Martín, they catch you on. I know you got Spotify, and all your artists are all over the place, so they can.
Yeah, check out Just Moni. She's coming out with the album in December called Your Body, Your Skin Tone. It should be. I'm really excited to share this one for real. And then go check out Nate Jack's debut album. Came out in July called Left Corner Lush. Check out Astro King Phoenix, Astro Overlord. He's out here. I'm probably check out Gabriel Teodos's last album. I had a track on there. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. Thank you guys for having me and listening and everything.
No doubt. I appreciate y'all. Hey.
Dope. We love you. Seattle is so grateful to have you.
Thank you so much. I love her. I love her.
Right? I mean,
Hurry up and marry that girl. Front Street. Hey, Michael, what you got coming up?
What you mean? What I got? What you mean? Hey, I'm actually not muted this time. What you mean? What I got coming up?
I mean, you an artist. What you up to? Photography. What's up, man?
I'm teaching a workshop on Saturday about social justice and media. I'm working on a bunch of projects with CD Forum TV. We got some programs coming out pretty soon, November 21st. We're showing out. See, I currently have an exhibition up at the art gallery at Portland State University, and I'm also doing a portrait series about around people in the Central District that are doing cool stuff in the area, shining light on folks that oftentimes go lesser seen, if you will. So those are the main projects I'm working on right now, besides producing shows like this.
And they can catch you on all platforms as Michael B. Main.
Yep.
And at michaelbmain.com. Yo, this has been great. This has been a great way to end our first season of Shakin Shit Up. Best birthday present ever. I appreciate y'all so much for trusting us with your music and your time and your thoughts, because that's a lot. And I just want to, like, y'all ever need anything, let us know. We'll try to pub you as much as we can, where we can, and connect you where we can. Much appreciation. Most definitely. We're going to take a break from Shakin Shit Up for the next couple months. So we'll be back in January with an all new Shakin Shit Up. And we're excited about that. If y'all know any artists out there that may want to be on Shakin Shit Up, please hit me up. I'm at Sharon Nyree Williams on all platforms. And SharonNWilliams.com. If you love this show, you like this show, yo, put comments, share the links. It'll stay up on YouTube and Facebook, and just put it out there. It'll be on my website as well. And check out the other episodes of Shakin Shit Up too. It's been so much fun. It's given me and Michael so much life. And I hope that it's given all the artists life and audience life as well. So we know we coming back because we have so much fun doing this show. But no doubt. And just a late plug for me, my solo performance of Dare to Claim the Sky, a 30-minute excerpt, will be on Sunday, November 8th through the LA Women's Theater Festival, their Triumph series. Go to lawtf.org to get tickets. No doubt. It's fun. It's dope. But thank y'all for... Michael, you got my theme song?
No, it's on a different computer.
Got distracted by the music. But when we come back, the theme song is in full effect. But appreciate y'all. Martín and Glendal, don't y'all go anywhere, but we're going to say goodbye to the audience. Oh, wait a minute. There's about 5 comments in here. Awesome job, Martín and Glendal. Keep up the great work. Yes, keep growing and blowing up. Thank you, Sharon and Michael. Woo-hoo. Daniel said, thank y'all. All right, on that note, we're going to shake shit up and get on out of here. Audrey said, thank you all. All right, love y'all. Love, peace, and keep shaking shit up out there in the world. Take care of yourself. Shit up. Shit up. Woo-hoo.
Shit up.
Shake it up.